Hey everyone, and welcome to Sweetbay Knits. My name is Rebecca, and you can find me on Ravelry as citizenhappy. You can find me on Instagram as Sweetbay Knits, but you can also find me on Instagram as Rebecca Lately, which has been my main Instagram for many years. My Sweetbay Knits is just for knitting content. So I am back with another episode. It has been a while, and yet I have barely anything finished, but I have a lot of progress on a few projects. So we're gonna start off with finished objects today. I finished my pair of Christmas Eve cast-on socks, just a vanilla sock with an eye of partridge heel and a gusset. These are so soft. The yarn is a Homespun house in the colorway Whobilation, and I just love these socks. They are incredibly soft. I love the scrappy, somewhat mini striped look they have, and yeah, this was actually my last skein of Christmas yarn. So I'm gonna have to be on the hunt for some Christmas yarn this year if I want to make a Christmas themed pair of socks for Christmas Eve. So I'm very happy with those. I haven't worn them yet because now it's warm and I have no need for wool socks at the moment. So let's get into works in progress. This first one I'm keeping in this Handmade Life bag. I love Olivia's bags. I have so many of them. I'm so happy with every single bag I've purchased from her. This bag has my sock project in it, and I actually just keep this in my car. I have to pick up and drop off kids on my lunch hour, and so I just keep my knitting bag in there so that I'm never without it. So I'm working on my second pair of picnic blanket socks by Curious Handmade, and I am using some Explore Knits and Fibers yarn. This is from a while ago. I mean, the colorway is from a while ago. It was her Italy collection. I believe that was in 2020. But this colorway is Limoncello, and I cannot remember what this one is. If I have the ball band, I might be able to read off what it is. Fresca. Okay, the yellow is Fresca, and the variegated is Limoncello. I love lemon, so this is not necessarily a color that I would normally gravitate towards, but her inspiration behind the Italy collection was amazing. She had pictures of Italy that either she had or she had taken during her honeymoon, and she created colorways based on that inspiration, and they are just beautiful. So yeah, I'm very happy with that. And the picnic blanket sock is something that I use for variegated yarn when I want a little bit of interest, but I don't want to lose the color variation in the pattern, like if it was in a pattern, like a lace pattern. So that is my go-to for variegated yarn. All right, next, I hope I will finish this somewhat soon since summer is upon us. It's spring right now, but I feel like it's almost summer weather here. This is another one of Olivia's bags. I bought this during Christmas time, and it is kind of Christmassy. I started this project on my birthday last year, which was in December, so it's not very springy, but when I started it, it was winter, so that is that. This is Ankers Summer Tea. I'm just hoping I don't unravel anything. Ankers Summer Tea by Petite Knits. I love this. Okay, so I knit this in a linen blend. This is from Little Fox Fiber. No, Little Fox Yarns. Sorry. The linea base is 50% merino wool, 25% cotton, 15% linen, and 10% silk. And it is a sport weight. This colorway is Gossamer, and it's a color that I would wear a lot. But that is how far I've gotten. So I'm just in plain stocking knit rows right now. So this is kind of like a mindless project. If I need to like slightly pay attention to something, then I will work on that. Let me see what size I'm making, because I do not remember. I'm making the 4th size, but I don't remember if she does letters or numbers. No, I'm making a large, and I'm very, very excited. In fact, I just realized I'm actually using one of the stitch markers from Explore Knits and Fibers Italy collection. This was for the Fiore colorway, and Hello Lavender Design made the stitch markers. But I just love that against the gray. So that's the stitch marker that marks the beginning of the round for me on that one. Okay, I have one more project that has been taking up a lot of my time. I decided to start a sweater for the DRK March to May knit along, and it's coming along really well. Although I had a little bit of a freak out moment last night when I was knitting and realized I think I'm getting low on the main color. So I'm a little bit worried, but I'm gonna try it on today and kind of figure out how much more I'm going to knit of the body. So I decided to do the Junction sweater. There was a little bit of a journey getting to this because I had some Sorelli yarn from the Halloween collection last year that I wound up, and I started, I swatched. And when I was swatching, the dye was coming off of my fingers. It's a really, really dark, like charcoal gray, almost black color. And I just could not, I didn't even like the feeling of the yarn. And it was almost like, it was almost really thin fingering. It was not working. So this is yarn that I bought at the Carolina Fiber Fest. And I think I shared that I had this idea that I wanted a pink and turquoise junction, like just randomly the night before. And it's so cozy. I just practically just turned a corner and saw the most perfect yarn on the Fiber Seats wall of yarn. So this is my Junction sweater, and it is turning out just the way I imagined. I am getting worried about the pink. I don't know if I have enough. I'm getting worried, like just started getting worried last night. And so I'm gonna have to kind of figure that out. But yeah, it's beautiful. I love it. And I can't wait to finish it. I don't know if I'll finish by the end of the knit along, but we'll see. I'm gonna grab the ball bands so I can tell you about the yarn. So this is the Fiber Seeds Sprout Sock. She does these skeins that are huge, 510 yards per skein. The pink is rosé, and the contrast color is called Washed Ashore, and it has 10% nylon. So I guess 90% American merino wool. And I love it. I'm so happy. I just hope that I'm gonna be playing Yarn Chicken. I'm gonna try this on, and maybe I can start the bottom hem, like ribbing. That's the word I wanted, ribbing. And then go on to the sleeves. I might have to just like split split the rest of the skein, and just whatever I knit for the sleeve is just how long it is. I don't mind like a 3/4 or like a shorter sleeve, you know, I'll figure it out when I get there. So that's it for knitting content. I want to share some progress I've done on a cross stitch project, which is Fall on the Farm. I think I shared in the last one that I had finished the first square in the pattern, which was the fruit stand. I have this rolled up so that I don't have to like work around a bunch of fabric. So let me just roll it back up real quick so it won't be flopping around. I had finished the farm stand and now I'm working on the old farmhouse. And I am on the roof right now. You can kind of see I've done some outlining and now I'm working on the roof. I've got the trees and the little crow. I'm very, very happy with it. Maybe I'll finish it by fall, maybe not, who knows. And now I have a little bit of something to share. There's gonna be some crinkling, so I'm sorry. One of these bags is super duper crinkly. I hate hearing this back on the video, so let me just get this out real quick. So I have started spinning again, but I actually spin on drop spindles because I don't have a spinning wheel. This is terrible, but I'm getting back into it, and I'm trying to get back into like the feel of you know, I'm just getting back into it and just really enjoying it, like really, really enjoying it. So this is a very old braid that I've had from Gherkin Fibers. And so, well, I might as well try on what I already have. I joined the Nest Fiber monthly subscription club. So I'm working on this one right now. And then I got a couple of bags of club fiber. So this one is Prosper Pina. This is a Falkland Merino. I love all of these colors. I love all of them so much. Sorry for the crinkling that's about to happen. This was the March Club, and this is called Charmante. And this feels like, this was the April Club, I think. Yeah, April. This feels like spring or Easter. Like the colors are just so appropriate for April. So I'm really excited for that. I don't have a lot of progress other than what was on that tiny little drop spindle. I'm kind of like learning as I go. I'm not crazy about these colors like as much as I was when I purchased them years and years ago. And so I thought it would probably be better to relearn on something that I'm not 100% in love with, because if I mess it up, I'm not going to be super sad. I'll use it for something. If it's not quite, the yarn doesn't turn out how I envision it, I'll use it for something and it'll be fine. But I need something that I don't care a ton about to learn on, so that I won't be sad if I don't want to feel like I've wasted something that I love. So working on that first, and then I'll move on to the club fiber. So I'm really excited. Nest Fiber has some beautiful colors, and I kind of scrolled back over the previous year's colors. There were only like one or two that I wasn't crazy about, so I figured it's a good club for me to start with because I find it's easier to spin when I love the colors, or if I at least like the colors, because I tried on another braid that I had already had on my spindles from years ago, which I probably shouldn't have used it anyways, but I really, really didn't like those colors anymore, and it was hard to like get going, so I just took it off. I started with this, which these are beautiful. It's just not kind of the colors I would pick now. But yeah, it's much easier to spin when you at least enjoy the colors a little bit. So anyways, that's enough rambling about spinning. I don't have much to show for it other than I'm just trying to learn again. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. I hope I have one, maybe two finished sweaters the next time I record. And so I will see y'all in the next episode. Bye everyone.